Guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about 90 Day Fiance, my Usman exclusive interview, plus Ash Steele's seminar speech. Okay, guys, so I want to tell you a little bit about my interview that I did with Usman. I would say it was on Monday. I'm interviewing him, and Vegas is having a problem with everyone being online at the same times. Sometimes things get really staticky, and then sometimes it goes out completely. And Lord and behold, that's exactly what happened to me in the middle of my interview with Usman. Now, he did say that he would come back and we'll do the interview all over again next week. But I'm showing you a little bit of what went down on Monday and share with you some information that I think you guys would need to know. One of the things that he said is that he is filming on Monday the tell-all. So they're going to have a tell-all. That's really great because this cast has been amazing, with the exception of Jeffrey. Everyone else, they're great for television, so it will be nice to see how some storylines ended up and things like that. He also said a couple more things. Let me go ahead and show you what I have, and then I'll go into detail what we talked about, because we were actually on the phone probably 40 minutes, if not more, but this is what was happened until everything cut off. Hi guys, so I have a very, very special treat for you today. Guess who's here? That would be my fave from 90 Day Fiance, Usman. Say hi, Usman.
Hi everybody, my name is Soulja, baby love from 90 Days Fiance, and I'm saying hi to all my fans.
Hello. Listen, we have talked about you so much on this channel. This is a pro Usman channel. I really, really like it. But you know, I've always wondered, where did you get the name Soulja Boy?
My name Soulja Boy came through my, I in my family, in my family we are about four boys, and the three of us are into military.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with me? And I was like, okay, if they are all in the military and I choose career of being entertainer, what kind of name am I going to give myself that is?
Now, as you guys can see early on in the process, the video got really staticky, and I couldn't hear. And then at one point, it actually went to a black screen. And I thought, oh, that's the end of that interview. I'll never talk to Usman again. He actually called on the phone, and we talked for at least 40 minutes, if not more. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, in last week's live, which I will be doing again tonight, I'm going to do a live tonight at 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. In last week's live, we were talking about he had the ability to take up to 4 wives in his country. And we were thinking that may be something that he might do. Well, he answered that question for me. He said, yes, he has the right to take up to 4 wives, but that is something that he's not interested in, people. He is a one wife type of guy. Okay, so when we talk about it tonight, we got to talk about other ways that we see this relationship going, because as far as him taking on up to 4 wives, he's not going to do it. So you guys don't miss my live tonight. I mean, there's a lot of details that he gave me that we will be talking about in tonight's live, so don't miss it. In the meantime, let's move on to Ash. Okay, guys, so you guys all remember last episode when Ash gave a seminar with probably 10 people in the room, maybe 11. I don't want to overdo it here. And it was a very awkward speech, okay? You could see he was nervous. He actually walked out the room at one point in the middle of the seminar, and Avery had to go back outside and drag him back in. It was just really weird, especially coming from someone that's been doing this for years, that, as he puts it, is a pro at it, okay? He's supposed to be a ladies' man, and he's supposed to know how to talk to the women, and he was everything the opposite, okay, on last week's episode. It was very, okay, people, very bizarre. Okay, so now we kind of have a reason to understand why he was acting that way, because he knew that he had stolen that speech, okay? Yes, people, Ash committed plagiarism, something like that. I don't know how to say the word. He's a thief. Okay, I know how to say that. He stole the damn speech, and he stole the speech from another relationship speaker. The guy's name is Mark Gungor. Okay, there is so much wrong with this situation. I don't even know where to begin, okay? First of all, okay, Did you lie to us when you said that you were a pro at this? Because you did not look like a pro last week, okay? You look like a amateur at best. I mean, I have other words, but I don't want to, really offend the guy. I could say he looked like a really dumb, nervous jackass, but I'm not going to say that because, I do like Ash, by the way, even though he's a thief. Okay, but next, why would you steal a horrible speech, okay? That speech was nothing short of a male chauvinist pig, okay? I mean, really, Ash, if you're going to steal a speech, wouldn't you want to steal from a great speech? Not this half-ass male chauvinist speech talking about how men and women are different, basically acting like women are a bunch of dumb cowbells, okay, that have to listen to the man. This speech was terrible, okay? You guys seen the episode. That would be like me. I compare it to this. That would be like me breaking into a jewelry store, leaving all the diamonds in place. I don't touch those. I head over to the CZs, the cubic zirconias, and I just steal them. Every single CZ that I see. What, does that make any sense? Who steals CZs? Okay? That's what I compare the speech to, okay? Now, I'll leave a description in the description box of the speech. He stole it word for word, okay? He didn't even add different synonyms, okay? Word for word, he stole this speech. Now, that could be the reason for the awkwardness when he was giving the speech. Because it was extremely awkward, okay? Let's just be real. He had sweat coming off his forehead, his hands were trembling, and it was like he forgot what to say, and then it was terrible. So it could be because he knew that the speech was stolen, okay? That could be a reason for his awkwardness. Or another reason could be that he knew that he was on national television, okay? International audience. 90 Day Fiance is just not here in America. It's around the world, and he knew it was just a matter of time before he got caught, but he decided to do it anyway. It just doesn't make sense. Avery, you have to look at this as a big, huge warning sign, okay? So the warning signs was only women were on his Instagram account. She didn't want to listen to that. Another warning sign was he accidentally said that he was single. She didn't want to listen to that. And now he's a thief that doesn't even know how to deliver the speech. I mean, if it's stolen, it's already written for you, Ash. What was so hard to deliver the speech? It just doesn't make sense. Ash, I love you to death, but I'm going to have to go ahead, at least for a little while and put you in the dumb category. It's not a big deal. It's almost like a timeout, okay? Go over there with the rest of the dummies because you're not making any sense. Nothing you're doing these days are making any sense. And to make matters worse, now I know you're thinking, it gets worse than that. It gets worse than that. We can't even reach out to Ash and ask him for a good lie to explain his situation. Because, in order for it to make sense, he has to lie. He has to be like, I don't know, what could he say to make this make sense? Besides, I'm a damn thief and I like to steal shitty speeches. Because that male chauvinist speech was absolutely awful, people. Awful. And then there's another possibility, okay? This possibility is horrible, people, but I have to tell you how I feel because that's what I do on this channel. I'm the truth teller. There's also the possibility that maybe Ash knew that this speech was coming because, TLC cameras. It could be a possibility that it's on its way and that he knew he was going to get backlash for being a thief. So he went 2 weeks prior to the show being aired and took himself off of social media for some made-up excuse, okay? Because you guys remember, it was just last week that he said he was getting off of social media, it was affecting his mental health, and that, he needed time to himself. What if all of that is just a scam too? What if you got off of social media because you didn't want to face the backlash for being a speech stealer? That's always the possibility, people. Whatever the reason is, listen, stealing is never a good thing, Ash. And I have to take my attentions off of Ash just for 1 second. What about you, Avery? I mean, warning signs all over the place. The man's a thief. He has women all over the place. He says he's single in front of you. Any of this, touching you in any kind of way? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that none of these warning signs are phasing Avery whatsoever, okay? Because we know the rumors are that they're still a couple. Like, yes, stealing speeches and all, she still stands by her man, okay? Now, of course, she can't come out and say it because of the contract, but the rumors are they're still together. She's not giving this a bit of second thought. Let me give you a tad bit of advice if I were you, Avery. You don't have to take my advice. I'm just saying what I would do if I were you. I would probably take a day off from weed, okay? Just one day. Can you do one day? Just one day. Let your thoughts clear itself out, and then you can make a decision. Do I want to be with a guy who says he's single, a guy that has an Instagram account with nothing but women, a guy that I can't trust, and a guy who steals speeches? That's the final straw for me. You're stealing speeches? Give yourself that one day of clarity, okay? And then you can go back to huffing and puffing all the weed you want. Just one day, and really give your relationship with Ash a really good thought. Now, that's just advice. I usually charge people for that. But, take it or leave it. I give good advice, by the way. So if you leave it, someone else was going to take that advice and you'll be ass out. But give yourself just one day to really think about this relationship, because as far as I'm concerned, this is not a good pick for you, in my opinion. But as I say in every video, we all have our different opinions, and that just happens to be mine. So what I want to know today in my comment section, and we got a lot of people to talk about in our comment section. Number one, I want to know, since Usman's not into having up to 4 wives, do you think he's going to stick it out with Lisa? And also, Ash. Do we still love Ash, guys, now that we know that he's a speech stealer? Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.